Alright, what is up, YouTube? I'm gonna be doing a story time today because a lot of people wanted a story time from me, so I think I'm gonna end up doing one. Alright, we're gonna do a story time on the first time I've ever been like in trouble with the police, I guess, but like it's nothing on my record because I'm a good kid. But anyways, alright, this dates back to 2020, beginning of 2023, the week after my birthday. So we're doing a birthday party for me in Bonners, and it starts off with me and my grandparents, and my dumb ass decided to go, and so I hung out with my brother that day, and he decided that he wanted to do a party for me. So we went over to his grandparents' house because he was house sitting his grandparents' house. And it's about like 8 p.m. at night, and there was a little bit of booze involved. I don't know if that's gonna get me in trouble for YouTube, but yeah, there's a little bit of booze involved. Anyways, I started a pregame at his grandparents' house, and keep in mind, I don't even have my license at the time. Like, I don't even have my permit, so this is like, I was in driver's ed, so I didn't have anything yet. Anyways, we did that, and his grandparents were coming back that night, which I didn't even know until he was like, told me like an hour later. So, backtrack, it was like, we pregame, so it's like me, his girlfriend, and one of our friends, like one of our close friends that I used to be close with back then, like back a year or two ago when I was doing that stuff. But, when I was there, so it was like 9 p.m. and his like grandparents are like entering the city, and he's like rushing us. He's like, we need to go like find somewhere else. So I was like, well, we can go back to my grandparents, or we can either go like, I don't know, find a hotel, stay at a hotel. And we ended up staying at a hotel, and it's about like 10 o'clock. So we left at 10 o'clock, got everything out, left at like 10. They weren't even there when we left. So we ended up leaving. And I was, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I was pretty faded, like drank way too much, and my head was like spinning. So we're in the car, and he's sober. He's completely sober. And then his girlfriend's sober too. This is at the time. This is like 10. So they're both sober driving, not drunk. But my other friend isn't sober. Anyways, we get to the hotel. We go to this Kootenai one. Keep in mind, we can't even stay at that one because all the rooms are booked out for some, like, I think it was like a mud bog that weekend. But every room was booked out there. So we had to go to this, like, motel. And this was, like, the weirdest motel ever. So we got at the motel. And, very strange motel. It was very, very small, so it was like 4 of us at the time. So there's 4 of us in the motel, get a room there, and I'm chilling back at the motel. He decided to take his girlfriend to go out to dinner, and I just stayed there. I was out of my mind, because, you know, I stayed there, and, like 30 minutes later, one of our other friends showed up, like, out of nowhere. I absolutely hate them now. They are, like, the worst person in the world. I will never talk to them again. But our other friend shows up, and one of my other friends is already there, and it's one of her best friends. And keep in mind, I hate her best friend, like, with a passion. So like, an hour later, so it's, like, 11:30 now. So we got there at, like, 10-ish something. It's like 11:30 at night. I start doing more of the alcohol, which isn't good for you. And I was out of my mind again, like it was bad, head buzzing and stuff. And it's about 12:30 at night. Okay, so it's 12:30 at night. All 4 of them leave, and I stay there, and I'm sleeping, and then the other person, one of our other friends that was there, stayed there with me, because they were too out of their mind too. And keep in mind, both the drivers are still sober. And then it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So my brother and his girlfriend, and then my other friend's best friend went to go pick up some dude. That's one of their friends' family, like a cousin, because they're related. And I'm sleeping. So they get back around like 2:30-ish. Like 2:30. And it's 2:30 in the morning. They wake me up. They're like, "Hey, do you want to go to Super One and go get some food?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Like, I'm just gonna sleep though. Like, I'm tired. Like, there's no way I'm going in or anything. They're like, "Okay, that's fine." So there's 4 of us in the car. The 2 others stay behind. We all 4. Their cousin came with us, so it was me, Kieran, Chrissy, and Jackson. So all of us go to Super One. Keep in mind I'm in the backseat sleeping because, I'm wasted. And, yeah, dumbest decision I've ever done. Because we get to Super One. I'm still sleeping. They pulled out. And I wake up to cop sirens right behind me. So, cops pull up. And I'm like, oh, God, like, what happened? So, come to find out, his cousin stole from Super One. And, the cop came up to the window, basically telling us what happened, and he already knew what happened. And then, I had no clue what was going on, so I was just in the back seat, gazed out of my mind, and then their cousin says, yeah, that was me, like, they don't have anything to do with it. So he knows something was stolen, and it was booze. So he ended up getting both the driver and the passenger that's in the front seat out. They breathalyzed both of them, and his girlfriend's the one driving. Backtrack. I guess when they were going to get his cousin, she was drinking in her car and left the bottles in the back seat. So the officer gets me out of the car, and I was straight up with him. I was like, "Yep, I had stuff earlier, but I didn't have anything to do with what they were doing." So, I ended up in the back of a police car, not handcuffed or anything, but until a guardian got there to pick me up. And I have the video. The video is right here. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is us in the back of a cop car. Me and my brother, basically. Didn't end up so good. So my uncle comes to pick me up. And he's a cop too, and this is his hometown, so he knows everyone there. I got picked up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and we were out there for like an hour because he was like doing tests on everyone, and the driver, he did like multiple field sobriety tests, failed all of them. So she ended up getting a DUI and an MIP. She ended up getting 2 charges. My brother ended up getting an MIP, and then his cousin ended up getting a petty theft charge. And then an MIP charge also. And I didn't get any charges because I didn't have anything to do with that. I wasn't in possession of anything. Nothing was with me. I didn't have anything on me besides my phone. And I got back to my grandparents at like 4:30. My mom comes to pick me up, and it was the most awkward ride home ever. Very bad. 1 out of 10. Do not recommend. Do not drink. It is very stupid. You end up making stupid decisions. I learned the hard way. Got grounded for 2 months of my sophomore year, leading up to summer. It was very terrible. I don't think I would never do that again. It was terrible. Very bad experience. I suggest not doing it. It's not good. But yeah, I mean, ended up getting caught, and I got my consequences. I didn't get an MIP, thankfully. He was going to give me one for some reason, even though I didn't have anything on me that was not mine. And they already admitted to him that none of it was mine. And, basically my uncle who's a cop showed up and picked me up. And it was the worst ride home ever to my grandparents. And my mom got me. So that's basically the story of today. I mean, don't drink. Don't go out partying. Don't do any of that. I learned the hard way. So, suggest not doing that. But if you guys like the video, I would appreciate it if you guys like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. And peace, we out.